Over the past few years, and especially during the pandemic, coloring has become a hobby that's not just for kids anymore. Adults have jumped on the coloring book trend as a way to relax, de-stress, and be creative. Today, in Getting Crafty, Amy Latta is sharing 3 different ways to take your coloring hobby to the next level. Really excited to talk about this with you. As always, you have 3 different ways that adults can spread their coloring creativity. So the first is using markers for watercolor. What does that look like?
Sure. So the first thing is, a lot of times when people get a coloring book, because they do make grown-up coloring books now that have all kinds of designs in them, so people will use markers or colored pencils and just color in the lines like you normally would. But if you want to take this to the next level, what you can do is take any kind of water-based marker. So I have my Tombow dual brush pens, but you could also use Crayola or anything that you have in the house, and a non-absorbent surface. So I just have a plastic sandwich bag here, but anything that's not going to soak in the ink. And then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna take your marker and you're gonna scribble on that surface, and the ink kind of makes a little puddle, and you're gonna take a wet paintbrush or an aqua pen, which is what I have here. It's just a pen that's filled with a barrel of clean water, and you're gonna dip that in the ink and it picks it up, and you're just gonna use this like a paintbrush on your paper. So you're going to go on that coloring page and fill in the space, and this is going to give you the effect of having painted or watercolored the picture instead of just coloring it with marker, crayons, or pencils.
Oh, really cool. And you know, when you layer that, you can get different shades and that kind of stuff. So that's really unique. Awesome.
Right, you can blend it, and you can do this any kind of thick paper, it'll work.
Awesome. That is a great idea. Your second great idea is to challenge ourselves to a large paint by number. What's that?
So all around me today, you can see examples of paint by numbers that I've done. Typically, we kind of think of paint by number as a kid's activity, but not anymore. There are lots of websites out there. Mine are from a site called masterpiecebynumbers.com. And you can find all kinds of gorgeous designs. I like beach scenes like the one I'm working on right now. I've got a bookshop, I've got a mountain view, another beach scene back here. And you just go online, choose your favorite picture, and then it comes as a kit. So it's printed on this canvas. You get the outline effect like what you would see in a coloring book, and each space has a little tiny number inside. And you also get the paints, all the colors that you need, and they're numbered for you, and little tiny brushes. And then all you do is you put the paint where the number is, just like you did when you were a kid. But we're working with really tiny spaces. So as you back up, and of course you're working with a large surface here, so as you back up, you have something that looks really phenomenal, and it's an awesome piece of home decor.
Yeah, this is incredible, and I love that you really don't have to think about it at all. You don't pick out the numbers, you just pick out your print and you go. So it's really done for you, so anyone can do it.
Exactly. There's no talent, no special skills required. If you can just follow directions, put the right color where the number is, you're going to have a gorgeous painting when you're finished.
Very nice. All right, the third way is to learn some doodling and lettering skills.
Exactly. So this way we're leveling up. So instead of coloring in someone else's design in a coloring book, you're going to color your own designs. You're going to create them and then color them. So I have, as you know, several books, Amanda, starting with hand lettering for relaxation. I have hand lettering for laughter and for faith, as well as a kid's book. And all of those teach different doodles, like this little cactus that I created here. And once you learn how to do those, you just use a fine line marker to draw them yourself. And then you can use any method you like to color them in, like the watercolor method that we talked about.
I love it. Amy, you have so many great ideas always. Remind us of your website if somebody wants to go and check out what else you have to offer.
Sure, it's amylattacreations.com. I actually have a post up today about these 3 things and links if you're interested in checking out the paint by numbers and the books. So head on over to amylattacreations.com and get inspired.
Great, Amy, thank you so much.